Hi and welcome to this week's web design video blog. Well, I say web design video, we're actually venturing more into Nick's territory this week to give our opinion on the big, vague question, does HTML5 improve SEO?
Our colleagues and clients have asked us this question on numerous occasions, so we thought to take the opportunity to share and explain our opinion. Both James and I have read many blogs from SEOs and developers who have shared their thoughts on the topic based on their own research, observation and experience.
So to try and nail down and put this question into a context, let's ask a more specific question. If I take the time to upgrade my website's coding from HTML4 or XHTML to HTML5, can I expect my SEO and my rankings to improve?
Let's begin answering this question by tackling the idea or concept of HTML5 markup physically improving on-site SEO, ticking a box, as we call it, in Google's indexing algorithm.
In our opinion, as of right now, the answer would be no, it doesn't. We've not seen enough evidence to suggest that simply upgrading to HTML5 will push your site up in the rankings. But that being said, it's not to say it never would in the future influence the rankings.
A few months ago, binvisions.com published a report that identified the markup of Alexa's top 100 websites. These are sites like eBay, Apple, Google, Amazon and Twitter, for example, and surprisingly only 34% of the websites were written in HTML5. So if only a third of the top 100 websites are using HTML5, it's probably safe to assume that less than 5% of all websites at the moment utilise HTML5 markup.
Until more of the internet's content is presented in HTML5, and HTML5 is better understood and used, we don't think it will have a noticeable effect on SEO. If we're wrong, and Google are experimenting with HTML5 markup in their algorithm testing right now, then surely it would make sense that it would only be minor, as HTML5 is not widely or accurately used enough throughout the internet.
We should stress that we're not questioning the fact that HTML5 can improve the structure, priority and emphasis on your website's content. On the contrary, the new semantic tags like article, header or footer tag do provide search bots with a better understanding of your page's content. But let's not forget how much more important quality content and incoming links are in comparison to on-site coding quality of a website.
Now take on-site SEO's influence on the rankings and consider just how small a part HTML5 markup could or would be in the factors that are used to rank web pages. Now granted, that's a very cold and blunt response to the idea of HTML5 pushing your site up in the rankings. But if we ask a slightly different question, can HTML5 improve SEO, search engine optimization as a whole?
Our answer would be yes, it can. But let's not contradict ourselves here. Search engine optimization is all about getting more traffic to your website. More traffic usually means more conversions, whether that's more readers, inquiries or online sales.
On a search results page, particularly with Google, your organic listings are always going to be competing with other listings, in particular paid advertising. If you could make your organic listing more attractive and informative, I'd class that as search engine optimization.
And I'd agree. HTML5 has also spawned rich snippets, that little bit of extra bling information that you'll notice appearing in the listings over the last couple of years. Rich snippets are available via several techniques, but we'd recommend looking at microdata at schema.org. And when used correctly, these techniques allow your listing to be accompanied by a snippet of information that can range from reviews to recipes.
I recently came across an alluring article on Search Engine Land by Paul Broomer that suggests you can expect to achieve a 30% increase in click-through by harnessing rich snippets for your search listings. Before even reading the proof on this blog, I think it's easy to understand why. Take this for example. I'm into my movies, and one of my colleagues told me that I should buy Robert Rodriguez's film Machete. So I jumped onto Google, and here are the results that I got back. Having not seen the film, my eye was instantly drawn to the review snippets alongside Play.com and LoveFilm. Despite the fact I've got accounts with both Amazon, which is P1 you'll notice, and Play.com, I ended up clicking through to Play.com first, so I'd say that's SEO.
Interestingly, in the schema.org FAQs on Google Webmaster Tools, Google indicates the markup does not affect rankings.
So they say Google doesn't use markup for ranking purposes at this time, but rich snippets can make your web pages appear more prominently in the search results, so you may see an increase in traffic.
We could talk about this topic all day, particularly as there's no definitive answer. Let's wrap up with a few key things about HTML5 and why you should be using it if you're not already.
HTML5 looks to be the future. It's going to be more and more used for mobile websites, apps and games. Switching to HTML5 though shouldn't be used just to try and improve your SEO. Consider all of the other HTML5 benefits like rich snippets, smartphone and tablet usability, and structuring your content into meaningful markup.
It does sound logical that in the future HTML5 sites might influence rankings and be part of the algorithms, but probably not until it's more widely and accurately used. So for all these reasons, HTML5 is great.
This is a very broad and open topic, so we'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below.